Guys, what's going on? It's Actix here, bringing you guys a tutorial strictly for Mac users this time. And in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to install and use NITROBLAST functionally on Mac. So previous to this video, no matter how you installed NITROBLAST, whether it were right or wrong on OSX, it was not possible to fully run the plugin. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to do so. In the description I've added a link to the download of a special version of NITROBLAST which happens to work, and so you're going to have to download that, and within that file you will find an archive, and it will have a NITROBLAST styles folder as well as a NITROBLAST folder. So to install it, you're going to hold command, and you don't need to have Cinema4D open, but you're going to hold command and then click on Cinema4D. What this does is it opens up the folder which contains it. You're going to go into plugins, and then you're going to go to your downloads, archive, and then drag and drop the NITROBLAST folder, so not the NITROBLAST styles but the other one, and you're going to end up having it in here. The second step is going into your resources folder. So it's usually hidden for most people, but if you just look into your library, you're going to open it up, go to preferences right here, go to Maxon, and then you're going to have, I happen to have this many. You most likely will not have 4. You're probably going to have just 1. So either way, since I wasn't sure which one was the one for my Cinema4D, I just copy pasted the NITROBLAST styles into every single one. So what you're going to do is you're just going to drag and drop your NITROBLAST styles into your Cinema4D. So as you can see, I've done it into all of these since I wasn't sure which one was the actual one for my program. So you're just going to drag and drop, and you're going to open up Cinema4D, and you'll see that it's installed. However, if you try to run it, it will not work. It'll freeze up or something like that. So now I'm going to teach you guys how to fully make it, how to run it successfully. So you're going to hold command, open up your Cinema4D file right here, or folder. You're going to go into your plugins, NITROBLAST, resources, and then Varrock. So you're going to have a bunch of folders here. You're going to click on Varrock, and you should have 5 files right here: license, MV, WV, MH, and WH. So if you're up to here, you're good. Next thing is opening up terminal. So you're going to go into your spotlight, opening up terminal. You're just going to have a blank folder right here, or a blank session, and you're going to, for example, bring in a logo. So I'm going to import my logo AI for this tutorial. I'm going to center it really quickly. There we go. You're going to hold Alt, extrude NURBS, like so. I'm going to boost up the depth a bit. And then, as you usually would, or as you might have tried already, you're going to go to NITROBLAST main. I'm going to split this into 65 parts, turn the quality to high, and the thickness to 5%. So at this point, you've selected your extrude NURBS, you're ready to fracture, but you've got to be quick for the next step. So you're going to hit fracture, you're going to open up your file and your terminal. You're going to drag and drop the MH file into terminal and hit enter. So it might take a while depending on how many parts you've decided to break it into, but I'm just going to say that again. You're going to, once you've hit fracture, you're going to drag and drop the mh.dat file into the terminal and then hit enter. So as you can see, it has successfully broken your logo. So as you usually would, you're just going to change the color of your object to whatever you want. So what I just did there was just change the yellow to a dark gray. Right click on the sphere up here, go to Object Soft Shadow, like so. Do the same for the blue. However, I'm going to make it slightly lighter gray. Make it Object Soft Shadow, and there you go. So next part, you don't need anything other than the pieces. So you're going to go into MoGraph, bring in a fracture. If you've used Throwsy, you're going to be familiar with this because Throwsy puts it into a fracture for you, but for NITROBLAST you have to manually do it. So let's see. Usually what you want to do is you're going to want to duplicate the original logo and then NITROBLAST one of the copies, but I forgot to do that right now, but that's not important. So to randomize it, you're going to click on the fracture, click on the Effectors tab, it should be blank, go to MoGraph, Effector, Random. As you can see, it's broken up the parts. Go to your random effector, go to the Effectors tab, and then turn down the strength. And as you can see, it has in fact broken up the pieces. And if I were to quickly render out a part of this to show you, obviously this is a very bad example of what it will look like, because if you have a Lightroom or and obviously I would have spent more time trying to fix this up, but essentially that's it for the logos. Now it's slightly different for text because you have to go through a slightly longer process, but that's fine. So I'm just going to change the text to tut like that. You're going to be ready to open up your NITROBLAST. So let's say I want each letter to be broken up into about 25 pieces. Set it to high. Thickness. Now when you're trying to use text, you do not want to hit fracture right away because it will not work. So what you're going to have to do is, after you're done editing your text and all that, that includes font and color, you're going to hit the letter C on your keyboard, and what that's going to do is it's going to make each letter individually editable. So for example, the T, you can move that around as you wish. And what we're going to do now is you're going to open up every single file or folder like that. You're going to, until you can see all the AIs. So you're going to click on the AI, hold Command, and click only on the AIs and drag them out. You can delete everything else. Bring in, a extrude NURBS. Then you're going to select all of the AIs, right click, go to Connect Objects plus Delete right here. And what that does is essentially it makes your AI one folder. You're going to drag and drop that into the extrude NURBS. And then now you're going to go ahead and redo the process. So now you're going to make this to, let's say, 45 pieces. Everything else is as it would be. Go to Terminal, drag and drop the MH, which I believe is right here. Hit Enter. It'll take a second, but there you go. So now you have broken up your text. It's kind of weird because it's not even, but it worked. So this is a alternative to Throwsy. However, if you feel like, I'd say for text use Throwsy, but for logos it definitely looks better. For example, this is something I've been working on. It's that's the logo, and it looks actually very, very good. I really like the outcome, and so I'd say for text use Throwsy. It's just a simpler program. It's very easy and very efficient. And but for logos, go ahead and use NITROBLAST. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial, guys. Hopefully this helped you out, and if it did, make sure to drop a like and comment letting me know what you want the next tutorial to be, and please subscribe if you enjoyed.